Today I'm going to show you how to make this vanity mirror. It cost me about $150 in supplies, and it wasn't that hard to make, and I have the instructions in the video. Check it out. Alright, I just finished cutting the channel out of the wood, and it took a little time on a table saw. Now I'm sure if you had a router you can do it much quicker, but that's what it looks like. So you can see right here, the mirror is going to sit flat on that surface on the underneath side. So as you can see on the way I have it laid out, this is the back side of the frame. The mirror is going to go face down. It's going to sit inside the grooves, and then we will mount little brackets on the back side to keep the mirror in place. This is the area where the light switch is going to go. Alright, it's time to actually position this and mount the corners and make the actual frame. And so the best way to do it is to use the Craig jig. So I've never used one of these, so it's going to be the first time I use this. But we're going to want to mount the frame on the corner. So I'm going to go with the Craig jig from here, and I'm going to drill inwards and screw into here. Because you want to go against the grain to make sure it actually has a good bite. In other words, you don't want to go screws into the grain like this, because it won't have a good catch. So we know this is 3/4 inch thick. I've set this thing up for 3/4. So we'll go ahead and put it in place. And then we just go ahead and drill in. Pocket holes. So now that's going to mount at the other side of the frame, just like that. So we'll get that done. We'll square this and do the rest of the corners here. Got to use special pocket hole screws. Those are going to go in, and they need a special bit. Now that you've got your frame together, you want to measure out equal distances to where you want to put your lamp fixtures. So basically you're going to drill a hole, and it's going to go into a slot like this. So, and that is a 1 3/8 spade bit. I've already pre-measured. Now it's time to go ahead and drill. The reason I'm flipping it on the back side is so when the spade drill comes out on the other end, it doesn't really scar the wood that much. So I've already got, you can see it's coming through. So I'm going to go ahead and put the drill right through it on the other end, just like that. pocket holes. That's what I drilled here. We're gonna mount them in. And you want the pocket holes to be on the inside. So I just finished installing the side piece, the trim piece here, and I added pocket holes. All right, now it's ready for paint. Pick up some flat bar at your hardware store, and this is 1/2 inches wide. What I'm going to end up doing is filing the one side down because I want the piece of steel or aluminum to fit flush inside there, similar to this, just like that. So what you need to do is cut down about 2 inches. It doesn't have to be exact, you just want enough to mount it on the back of the frame. So let's go ahead and cut it down. Okay, and you end up with this. Go ahead and put 2 holes on each side. Yep. You can use one of these if you don't want the drill bit to dance around on you. Okay. And now you need to go ahead, grab yourself one of these. It's a tap and drill set. Find a thread that best suited for this. I found it's the small one in the set that works best with the screw that came out of the light thing here, the light socket. So go ahead and thread it. All you gotta do is put it in the hole and keep turning it, and that will create threads that will accept the screw. And now it should accept the screw. Okay, and so next, in order for it to sit flush in here, I'm gonna file off a little bit off the side there so it goes in there nice and flush. And once you file it, you'll end up with something like this. It goes right in that hole, and then you can put the screw on the other side. There you go. Now you have something to attach to the back of the frame. Alright, this is the frame. We finished it by priming it and painting it, and now we're going to attach the light fixtures. And if you recall, the light fixtures is these things. And I'll talk a little bit how we're going to attach these. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying it out. I'm going to reverse this, and we will go from there. All I did is take a little sandpaper. This is a special drum sanding thing on a kit that you attach to the drill, and smoothing it out a little bit, and that way the light will fit right in. And I'm going to do this all the way around. I mounted the bracket against the fixture, threaded to one side, drilled a hole on the other side, mounted on the frame. I put a little trim, extra stock I had. It's about a 1/2 inch, just so the fixture is flush to the exterior of the frame. So we're going to continue this all the way around. I attached all the lights to the frame, or at least put them in place of where they're going to be. And I added this little bracket or wood shim so the light will be flush. So I'll go ahead and drill these in place. So I ended up putting my drill bit, my drill itself, the same length as a screw so I don't accidentally take it out to the other side of the frame. That would be bad. There you go, all mounted in. There's a close-up of what it looks like, and I did the same thing all the way around. There's Cookie. Hey Cookie. We're going to do the electrical now. It's all going to feed into the electrical outlet here where our light switch is going to be. So don't get intimidated. This isn't that hard. Alright, you made it this far. Don't give up now. It's just wiring, and it's simple. Follow some basic things here. Black to black. Black is your hot wire. White to white, which is your neutral wire. And you're going to have a ground that's going to come in your outlet, which is green. So if you look at an outlet, when it plugs into the wall, here's your plug. Ground, neutral, hot. So this would be normally green, white, black. Comes out on this side here. Neutral, hot, ground. So that will be coming into this plug here, and I'll show you how it's done. I ended up getting these insulated clamp sleeves. I figured it's easy. So we're going to take this, connect it here, go all the way around. Take your time, don't mix up your colors, and you'll be just fine. It's always good to go back all the way around your connectors. Use a little electrical tape. Make sure they're all in there crimped in nicely and protected. I use this crimper just in case, just to make sure everything was fine. So it doesn't hurt. Put a little tape here. We're going to install the light box here. So I got one that was pretty shallow, but not too shallow where it can't hold the light. Let's take the ears off of this. That's what it looks like on the front. So what I ended up doing here, as you can see, it's nice and flush with that back edge piece. I drilled 2 holes there with a self tapper, and I'm going to mount this right here, and that should hold it. It's going to come through there. Here's our plug. Drilled a hole on the side here. Push it in. It's going to go through there. So let's flip this around. Alright, I'm going to use some insulated connector plastic here to go in between the metal housing so the wires don't get sheared. I picked up a dimmer switch, just like this one right here, and it's intended for dimmable LEDs. So this obviously going to have 9 bulbs installed. You got to be very careful. You don't want to go over wattage because it could be a fire hazard. So if you pick LEDs, typically LEDs are about, spend 40 watts or maybe about 5 watts. I'll show you the box. And that way you don't go over. So you don't want a fire hazard. keep your wattage low, use LEDs. And for LEDs, you make sure you get the right dimmer. It's got to be a dimmer intended for LEDs, and you need to make sure the LED bulbs itself are dimmable. Now if you remember, we were using black and white, and this lamp wire is very hard to determine which is which. So let's make sure we use the right wire. Connect white to white. Okay, that looks good. Then we're going to connect the ground to the light ground. Green to green. Okay. It's going to be fun getting this all back in here. And what's left is your black wire and your black wire from the socket. One's going to go to the outlet switch. It's long. And the other one to finish the circuit, to give power to the lights, goes to the lights. Black completes the circuit. Follow instructions on the light that you purchase, or the light switch that you purchase. Alright, now is this all going to fit in here? Outlet cover, alright. Alright, here's the back with the outlet light switch in place, and you can follow the cable out the side, which feeds to here. Alright, let's get the mirror in here. And it fits right in the channel that we created. So what we'll do now is cut a piece of wood, just like these, put one there and there, and at the bottom, and it will secure it in place. And what I'm going to use are some scrap pieces of wood, and I'm going to put them on all four corners. Also, on the back side that touches the mirror, I have some insulation tape. I'm just going to do it like that. I'm not going to take the double side off of it. It's just more of an insulation in case something were to happen with the mirror moving. I'll go ahead and probably put some hangers on the ends here so it could be hung. Getting ready to put the mirror on the wall. Putting in the holes. That's stupid. We used LED bulbs, and you can try daylight or you can try soft white. It's just a matter of preference depending on your daughter or whoever's using this mirror.
I liked these ones.
Yeah.
I think these look really pretty.
40 watters, and when they're LEDs, they conserve minimum amount of energy, and they're safe because you don't want to overheat this thing.
You don't want to catch your makeup brushes on fire.
Right. And you get yourself a nice vanity mirror. That's so stupid. Alright, here we go. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Should we clean the top or does it look like shit? It was about 150 bucks. And I'm all red.
Yeah, you should do it from the mirror. Look, go.
Today I'm going to show you how to make this vanity mirror.